Today, I'm going to be showing you how to build a really good pre-built coaster. We're going to be decorating the heck out of this thing, and we've got some steps to just make it look super good. I did make a different pre-built coaster building video. If you want to go watch that after this one, you can go ahead and watch that. We're going to make a junior coaster look super good just by like building stuff around it and not even changing the coaster at all. Okay, so first, we need a junior coaster because that's what we're decorating. So we're going to go to rides and we're going to go to roller coasters because it is indeed a roller coaster. And we're just going to get the junior coaster and then we'll place it, let's say as far from this Kizy statue as possible here. And so this is basically the before. So this is what it's gonna look like before we theme it. And we're gonna make it look like a beautiful masterpiece.
It's beautiful.
Okay, but first we need to get our delete tool because we're gonna be deleting all this random just stuff that we don't even need because this looks like crap. Okay, so step one is to build a station. So we're gonna come here to the station and we're gonna get some paths because the queue path needs to be like longer than just one little path right here. We need the people to actually be able to like go through a queue path and make it pretty nice. So we're gonna go here to queue paths legacy because we will be using our own custom fences to just make this look like way better. And I think for this one we're gonna go with wooden planks because, you know, why not? That's gonna be kind of our theme for this. So I'm just gonna make it go around here just kind of like this, not anything like very special. And then just for show, we're going to add one of the paths that are like this, but like that go up like this one, so that we can have some kind of like river going under it or something. We just need something to look cool. So just like this, and then we'll have the paths go a little bit up. It's always good to have features like this in your queue paths because then it's not all boring and like, oh, we're gonna go zigzaggy. It's like actually kind of cool. We're gonna end the queue path just right there. Wait, let me add that so then it's straight, just like that. And now the exit's gonna be the same thing. Wait, okay, so the exit's not gonna be that creative because it's literally an exit. So it's gonna go this way, just in a straight line, and maybe, yeah, that's it. And now this color is horrid, so we're just gonna like not use this color. We're gonna use something like more brown because the brown actually looks like wood and this doesn't really look like wood. And we do not want that green. We're gonna change that green to something else. Maybe we'll do orange for our secondary color, and then we'll make sure to make this one also orange, and then we can just have it all orange like this. There we go. That one is beautiful. Okay, I don't like that brown color though. It looks not very appetizing. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, this is the one I was looking for. All right, next up is our station because we need a good station to make it look good. For this station, we're gonna get some walls. We're gonna use primitives as walls because we need it to be really good. And normal walls, they're kind of too thick sometimes, and sometimes they just don't work out very well. So we're gonna search up wall in primitives, and oh, that did not work. Okay, we're just gonna use this one right here, and then we're gonna shrink this one down into like something super small, kind of like this. And now we're gonna extend this wall like really far, kind of till like over here. So it's gonna be a really big station. And then same with this other side right here. And now we're gonna make a big wall in the front just like this. And then right here in between these two entrances, we're going to make a little wall like this. And now we just need these walls to be a little higher. So we're gonna delete these and we're going to go to normal snapping, and we're just gonna make it like way higher, kind of like that. And now we're gonna paint these a different brown color because I don't want it to be the same as the path. And we're also gonna make these wooden planks. All right, looking good. And now I'm actually gonna do something I usually don't do. We're gonna go to paths right here, and we're going to go to the ones that look like stairs, and they have like little holes in between the stairs. So like these over here, and we're gonna get the wooden planks one, and we're going to have some kind of like sitting area up here, so then it looks like a normal theme park. So we're gonna have some stairs just leading up this way. We're gonna paint them the same color that we painted all these paths, like this. Oh, not the orange. And then we're gonna use this path that we used for the exit, and then we're just gonna use it on top of like all of this right here, just like that. And now for this side, we're actually gonna make like a roof. We're gonna use the wall that's going this way like that, and then we're gonna use it right here just like this, and we're gonna keep making the building a little bit higher, just like that right there. I think is good. And then I was kind of thinking of a cool roof idea. We can use one of these weird primitives over here and maybe make some cool unique roof idea. Okay, so I found this one and I actually kind of want to use it. Let's see how this works out. Okay, we're gonna use this right here, but we're gonna make it go a little bit higher because I don't really like it how it's all in the same level. So we're gonna make it higher like this, and then we're just gonna use this wall right here and make the wall a little higher too. And we're also gonna paint this the same color, I think. And now for the roof right here, we're gonna actually use normal roofs for the first time, just like these normal roofs right here, and then we're going to rotate them to be very perfect here. And now we're just gonna place them like this, and I think maybe we're gonna use that one roof that like kind of closes the whole ceiling off. I'm trying to look for, oh, this one. Wait, no, that's not the one. It's this one. Just like that. Perfect. We're gonna actually come here and get like a gray roof kind of style like that, and we're gonna use, instead of wooden planks, we're going to be using cobblestone. I just gotta look for it, just like this cobblestone right here. And actually we'll do it a little bit darker than what we had, just like that. And now this wall right here, there's a huge space right there, so we're gonna kind of cover that space with this right here, and we're gonna cover all the way to the end of this roof. We're gonna match it up right here perfectly so it doesn't look weird and offset, kind of like that. Adjust it over here, and now same thing on the other side so it doesn't look like that, just like that. And now I know it looks kind of interesting, but we're gonna start adding some poles, and that's gonna make everything way better. Just like this right here, we're gonna add in our poles, and then we're gonna do the same on the other side, and every single corner basically is just gonna be filled with poles. Especially this area right here, we're gonna have poles all the way to the top of the roof like this, and there is a little space. We're gonna use no snapping and kind of go perfectly to there. Same with the other side, and there, it's starting to look a little better. Now these poles, we're gonna paint the same color as this, but just a little bit darker, just like that. And we gotta paint every single one of the poles over here. And now we're gonna add some decorations, and especially we need our fences that we're gonna add. So for our fences, we're actually going to be using a round pole. So we're gonna just put these fences along every path, and then it's gonna look so much better just instantly. Make sure to do it inside and outside. And also we're going to add these normal paths along the entire inside, so then these poles go away, just like this. And now don't forget to add poles to the exit and this area up here with the stairs. Do this area right here, don't forget it because it's pretty important. Oh, what the, I don't want a fence, I want this, which is actually a fence, but it's a different kind of fence. And then up here, if the pole gets hidden like this, make sure to just not place it because you're not even gonna see it ever. Poles actually kind of want to paint a lighter color, so we're gonna go up here to a little bit lighter color, and I think that's the one we're gonna use. And if you just really don't want to spend all the time painting all of these, make sure to paint them before you place them, or just don't paint them at all because they weren't a bad color at the beginning. And now what we're gonna do is get this rope, and we're just gonna add the rope to basically in between every single fence, just like this. And we're gonna use a different rope for the ones that go up like that, so don't do those yet. Oh, I almost forgot to do the rope up here, and I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm gonna double check so then I can move on to the next one soon. The different rope is this one. It costs 15 instead of 10, but this is the one that actually goes up, and then you can rotate it so then it goes down. Now make sure to do this side over here too, because we need to do it for this too. Okay, now we're gonna use it for these stairs right here. They are kind of tricky to work with, but if you use your shift and control keys, it's gonna be so much easier. Okay, and I believe that's all of the rope that we needed to do. Now to just add some more detail, we're gonna add some other things too. So we're gonna go down to our props section, which is right there, and then we're gonna grab some of these barrels and just place them around. So we're gonna place a barrel right there, we're gonna place one right here, and then maybe a small one. Oh, that's not a small one, this is a small one. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna look for the skull. Oh, it's right here. And then we're gonna add the skull to some areas just to make it look kind of cool. We're gonna place this big skull right here just kind of to add some detail. And now something that's super important that will make it so much better is if you go to nature and you get these ivy vines and add them around. These ivy vines will just make it like way better. Okay, and now I just noticed that there's some supports here, so we're gonna use this pole that we already have right here and just bring it down, and there we go. Now we're just gonna delete the support so then it kind of looks normal. And then we're also gonna do that for these right here, because look, it's literally just floating. We can't just have something floating, so we're just gonna use all of these poles from the fences and just bring them down like that, and look how much better that looks. All right, now it's time to, you know, theme the actual ride, not just the station. And also one last thing is we're gonna grab these roofs and we're gonna do a little section of roofs right here, so then it's not all like outside, because this entire station was outside, but now if we add these roofs, it's just gonna be kind of inside. And we're gonna also make these cobblestone. All right, so step number 2 is to do terrain, and for this terrain we're either gonna do sand or rock. Okay, I actually decided I'm going to do both. We're gonna do sand for the front right here, and then we're gonna slowly turn into rock for the actual ride. So we gotta do rock all over here. And now we're just gonna do some levels of terrain, because it's so much better when it's like actual terrain going up and down instead of just one flat surface right here. So we're gonna go to edit terrain height. Wait, actually we're gonna add a little bit more rock terrain around here, and now we're gonna go to edit terrain height and just edit some terrain height just like this. We're not gonna do too much for this specific ride, but we're still gonna do some. The amount of terrain that you edit is going to determine how much you have to actually like smooth out, so maybe don't do too much when you're making these rides. Okay, so now that we have some terrain, terrain, we're going to smooth all of it out. And if you don't know how to smooth it out, just bring it down or bring it up to the edge right there. So we're going to bring this corner up to the edge so it's all smooth and not just a big cliff right there. We're going to bring this corner that's down here all the way up to that corner so then it can actually fill it in. So basically we're just bringing it down to the ground or from down to up to the cliff like that. It's not very hard and it doesn't have to be perfect because nature's never perfect. And it doesn't even have to take too long. All you have to do is bring stuff down and bring stuff up. Okay, we're like halfway done. We're getting some progress in. And I'm also not going to do the backside because who's just going to come back here and look at it? You're going to ride the ride, not actually look at the terrain. Also, if you haven't already, go make sure and subscribe because all of this work is just to help you guys build some good rides. And if you're liking this so far, don't forget to like the video. Just doing some random stuff like this and we're just going to finish off this last huge mountain. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to add some water because along with terrain, there's water. There's a reason that water is in like the terrain section. But we're also going to take out some terrain so then we can place the water in the first place. Okay, so we're just going to use one terrain block and we're going to start the water kind of like back here. And then we're going to make it go through and under this bridge. That's why we made it in the first place. And also make sure to delete all these little poles because they're kind of ugly. We don't want them. Dang it, they're back. Okay, we're going to keep removing some terrain and I'm just going to make it go around over here through the mountains. Just very, very random. And then it's going to kind of lead over here and it's going to make some kind of pond. And then the end of the pond is basically just going to be like right here. It's going to be somewhat of a big pond. And now we're going to fill it all with water. Okay, that's actually looking pretty good. Okay, now we're going to add a couple more features and then we're basically going to be done. So right here, I see that there's some space. So I'm going to add some like big tower or something just to add to the detail of like the entire ride. I'm going to come to primitives and grab this one. If you don't have disable collisions, you can just leave it as that, or I'm going to make it a little bit bigger just like this. And then we're just going to, you know, make a tower. It's not going to be very, very big, just like that, I think. To add some detail to this, we're going to grab this and make it just slightly bigger than the actual building. And we're going to add some like edges to it. So this one's going to be a pretty thick edge at the bottom, and at the top, it's going to be a little bit thinner. And then we're going to add one thinner one right here in the middle. Now to add some more detail, we're going to add some windows. So we're just going to grab a normal like primitive, like the square ones, and we're going to make it look somewhat like a window, maybe a thinner kind of window like this. And then we're going to do a layer of windows at the top and a layer of windows down here at the bottom. And before we start placing all of the windows, we're going to make this a super dark color, maybe a little bit darker than that. And there we go. And then we're going to set our snapping to 22.5 and we're just going to add the oh, no, not that snapping. We're going to set our snapping to 45 and we're going to add the windows throughout the entire building. So we're just going to rotate it around using the main hole in the middle. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it under the middle point right here. Okay, there we go. To make it more like a tower, I'm going to add some of those little castle like ridges at the top to kind of finish it off. And we're going to be using the same snapping as we did for the windows. And now we're going to grab this roof cobblestone color and then we're just going to use it for this. Okay, it's basically going to look like this, but these little ridges in the middle, we're going to be a little bit darker than the actual one. Same with all of this at the top. And then the very bottom one's going to be a little darker. And that's our tower right there. It's actually not bad. For a little bit more detail, we're going to grab this cylinder and we're just going to make some kind of like arch right here. Okay, here's the little arch. We're just going to do it with no snapping for rotation because we're just going to kind of wing it here. You might have to adjust some stuff. Like I'm going to make this pole closer so then it just looks better. And then maybe we'll just move the entire pole. Probably just make it wooden planks like this. And then I'm going to add some of those vines that I had before and just add them to the poles. So we're going to go to nature and then these ivy vines and then we can just kind of rotate them to make it look good. And then we're just going to place them like this. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We might add some other stuff. Like to this pole, we're going to add like a little extra pole at the bottom. Same with this one over here. And then we'll just paint this extra pole like a concrete color. And then we'll make it concrete because it's a concrete color. Like that. And then with every pirate ride that there is, obviously this is kind of like a pirate, we're going to add some treasure. So we're going to add a chest. And then there's going to be a treasure chest just at the very end right here. And you got some gold right there. There we go. And now to the entire ride, we're just going to be adding all of these props around. So we're going to just add some barrels over here. Maybe we'll add a barrel at the very top of the tower right here. That'd be kind of cool. And then some small crates. That's not a small crate. We need the small one. This is the small one. Oh, and it would be kind of cool if we added a torch to this right here. So we're going to grab this torch and we're just going to add it onto the arch we made. Then maybe we'll make one on the other side too. There we go. We're making some progress. And now I want to add rocks because rocks makes everything look better. We're going to add these really round rocks and we're going to make them pretty big. So we're going to adjust the size to be like way bigger than the normal size. And now we're just going to add these rocks around. I'm going to add like a big pile of rocks over here. Okay, and one thing that you don't have to add, but I think is going to make it look way better is palm trees. So these palm trees, we're just going to add these ones right here because they're just a lot more detailed than the other ones, but we're gonna add them around and you're gonna see that it's gonna actually make it look way better. Even though they're palm trees and they're on rocks, it's gonna look better, I promise you. And now we're gonna actually add some palm trees in the front too. So all throughout this sand right here, we're gonna add palm trees, kind of like spamming them around. And I think we're done with our ride right here. Let's do a little test and then we'll be done with this ride. Okay, here we go. We got through the little arch and this is actually looking really, really good. Okay, so there's our entire ride. I hope you liked it. I definitely think it turned out very well. All right, so if you like this, here's another video where I do basically this, but for a different ride. And so make sure to go watch that one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.